Hello, how are you doing? I'm Thomas.
Good, how are you? Beth.
Nice to meet you, Beth. Well, thank you for coming in today to interview with Voyager Inc. I want to start off the interview with a fun question I like to ask. What college course did you enjoy and why?
My favorite college course was my mass communications class, just because it taught about the culture as a whole and how the media affects the culture. Specifically children, but also adults and young adults.
Oh, wow.
The propaganda that we studied was really interesting, as well as some footage from mass media, like television, movies, etc. It was pretty interesting, and the teacher made the class very interesting.
Well, that's great to hear. I've had the same experience with my college. Can you describe organizational skills and give an example of that?
I'm very organized. I feel like if I'm cluttered, then my brain is in 7 different places. Wherever that clutter is, that's where my brain is. As far as being organized, though, being organized helps me focus on one thing and one thing only. Even if it's a bunch of things just in one area, it'll help me think of it that way. An example of being organized would definitely be, like in college, I'm very, very particular about where all my papers are, because if not, I just spend more time looking for all my papers and my books than I do actually studying and furthering my education.
Okay. My next question for you is, what has been your experience working in groups or team? Good, bad, or you just absolutely can't stand them?
Every time I'm put in a group in college, I feel like no one's going to pull their weight, and I feel like I have to make up for their weight. There was one class that I had where it was me and 2 other girls, and the one girl didn't pull her weight at all, and then 2 of us, the 2 other girls, and I had to pull her weight for her, and it was really annoying because we couldn't get a hold of her. She wouldn't respond to our emails, and then she expected to get the grade that we got from doing absolutely 0 work.
Wow.
So I feel like I'm always concerned working in groups because I feel like I have to make up the slack, but I'm willing to make up the slack for a better grade or more working. But good-wise as far as groups, like my resume says, I work for a rescue squad amongst another job, and we work in groups there a lot because if not, like I said, someone can seriously injure themselves, us, or we could kill the patient, kill ourselves. You have to be able to work in groups, and I think that's really a good quality to have just in life in general.
We're definitely looking for somebody who can work well in groups. Let's see, another question that I wanted to ask you is, do you anticipate any absences from work on a regular basis? I mean, besides like doctor's appointments, holidays, pretty good about getting time.
I don't really anticipate any absences, but I mean, you never know, like, God forbid, get in a car accident or something happens to the family. I try not to miss work unless I absolutely have to, if it's a valid reason. I'm always willing to provide a reason if I do.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. I have another question. Another question is, what motivates you? What motivates?
What motivates me is just enjoying my life. A lot of people say money is happiness, or happiness is money, one of the 2.
Yeah.
But I don't believe money makes you happy. Money buys you materialistic things that can make you happy, but being happy is about enjoying what you're doing, whether you're making $5 an hour or $500,000 a year. As long as you enjoy what you're doing, that's all that matters, and that's my motivation, is to find something that I enjoy doing, regardless of the pay or anything else.
I think you're definitely perfect for this job from that standpoint. How do you manage your stress when you do get stressed?
I manage my stress by, actually I have a horse, and the barn is a beautiful place, and every single time that I feel stressed or there's problems going on in my life, I call it my happy place. Nice. And I go out to my happy place and just sit and enjoy my time with my horse. Because like I said, it's a beautiful setting. You can't talk back to me, and that's a big thing. No, he's not a Mr. Ed. So I really, really enjoy going out there. That's definitely a big stress reliever.
Sounds like a good one.
Yeah.
Let's see. What major problems have you encountered during your employment history, and how did you deal with
Honestly, working in groups is a big problem. Working with working with coworkers it's a hard thing, regardless of whether or not you get along in your personalities and your personal life. You have to put that stuff aside in order to be working together at a group. I've had personality conflicts with other people before, and that's going to be common in any job that you have. But like I said, you need to put all that stuff aside to get your work done and do it efficiently.
What qualification do you have that qualifies you for this job? Excuse me.
I think the organization and the group work is a big thing, but proficient in all the Microsoft Word, Outlook, PowerPoint, Access, all that stuff. Also being organized, like I said, is a big thing that I can help you out with. And the Italian, it's not something that I know Australia has as a first language, but it does help out with your English and verbal communication skills.
Nice. Why do you want to work for our company? Why are we meeting today? I'm glad you came, but I need to know.
I want to work for your company because I've traveled to Australia before. I enjoyed my stay there, and I want to make a tourist or anyone who decides to move to the country, I want their experience to be just as enjoyable as mine was. Granted, I've only been to Sydney, and there's plenty of other places to explore in Australia, but I'm willing to learn more about the country just because of what I've seen, I've liked so far.
Okay. What do you consider to be your weakness?
My weakness?
There is any. Is there?
No, like I said, organization can be a good thing or a bad thing. But for me, organization is a good thing, and also a big weakness of mine would be working too much. Working too much causes me to go to my happy place a lot, but it helps the company prosper, and I'm willing to be a little stressed to help the company prosper.
Well, I think you'll do great. So thank you. I just want to thank you again for coming in. I appreciate it.
All right,
Thank you so much.
Thanks.